So how's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now I really do not want to make this video today because I'm a little frustrated with how this week has gone, because today is now the third day in a row that I've entered a trade, gotten stopped out, and then it went back in my favor. And usually when that happens, I like to give it another chance. I like to re-enter if the setup is still there. And I tried to do that earlier this week a couple times, and when I did, I just got stopped out again. Now I have some screenshots so I can show you what I'm talking about, and I also have the recording from my trades this morning, and you'll probably get a kick out of it because you'll see just how close I was to having a nice green day. But it ended up being another red day, and we're just kind of taking some small steps back on this Apex account. But anyway, I'll break down the trades towards the end of the video, and I'll show you where I'm at with my Apex account, so enjoy the live trading. Alright, the ES is currently pushing back up into this 1 minute fair value gap, and it has room to the downside. I'm interested in a short here. I'm gonna go short.
Order submitted.
Now I do have to be careful in this trade because we do have news coming up in about 4 minutes.
Order filled.
Okay, great. Getting filled on one contract
Order
now.
canceled.
We'll see if we can get a continuation to the downside, but if not, I might go break even on this last contract.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh my goodness, that's annoying. I swear this has happened to me before. I held to the news and then I somehow get filled up here, even though I'm looking at Thinkorswim right now and it looks like it didn't even go up there. I should have closed that trade. That's frustrating. Now we're red on the day.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take a short here. The Nasdaq is currently rejecting the level from yesterday.
Order submitted.
The risk reward is definitely there.
Order filled.
Honestly, I still want to give this another chance. I'm just not convinced we're going to break this level. But I got to be careful. I don't want to repeat what I did yesterday, because I really overtraded yesterday.
Order filled.
Alright, we're rejecting this level pretty hard. I think it's worth taking another shot at it.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order canceled.
Well, got stopped out again. That's honestly frustrating. This was a huge resistance yesterday. So we started out with what should have been a green trade. Now we're just kind of threw it away on the Nasdaq again. No way. I cannot believe this is happening again. I seriously cannot believe this is the third day in a row that I got stopped out on my trade and then it goes right back in my favor. I'd be up so much right now. Okay, so now to break down these trades. Now the first one was on ES. Now let's go out to maybe the 30-minute time frame to show you the levels I was watching. I was watching 4,200 supply as well as this little demand zone right here. It was not a huge level, but I guess it was kind of like a pivot from the pre-market. So now let's go into the 1 minute to show you where I took my trade. Now this was a combination of a few things. First of all, it was a Fibonacci retracement, as well as it was also a fair value gap on the 1 minute. You can see from here to here we made this little gap, and this is considered a fair value gap. So I was looking for a retracement back up into this zone, and I wanted to go short with a stop loss just above the high. I was targeting the low of day as well as prior day low. Now I did not have the follow through to get all the way down there, but I got filled on one of my contracts pretty much right at the 80s, right at low of day. Then after I got filled here, I moved my stop loss to break even. So you're probably wondering, how did I get filled all the way up here? I don't know, but I'll show you my NinjaTrader. And you can see right at the top of the hour, I got filled at the 89s when I had my stop at the 84s. Now we had news at 9 a.m. and I knew that, and I basically told myself I was going to close this trade before the news, but I didn't listen to myself. Now I still felt somewhat comfortable holding this trade because I had my stop at break even, and I had already locked in about $20 on this trade, so I thought, oh, this trade's going to be green no matter what. But somehow, at 9 a.m. when the news came out, the market didn't even go up to the 89s, and I got filled at the 89s. Now, this is not the first time that that's happened to me with Apex, so I really gotta stop holding through news, because this should have been a winning trade, but somehow I got a terrible fill, and it ended up being a small loser. I think it was basically break even, but yeah, that was somewhat frustrating, just because that totally should have been a winning trade. But anyway, I guess it's my fault for not closing the trade before the news, so I had to move on and accept it. Then if we come over to the NASDAQ chart, first I want to point out a trade I missed yesterday. It was basically a break and retest of this supply zone here. Now, my mistake yesterday was falling in love with my bias, because when the NASDAQ got below the supply around here, I had such a strong bias to the downside, because I really thought that we were possibly going to give up or give back this whole upside move from last Friday. So I was scalping like these 1 minute pullbacks, getting stopped out, when really I should have waited for the retest of this key level. Because you can see that was pretty much the best setup of the day. Now I was still watching this level today because of the rejection of yesterday, and in the pre-market we also rejected this level. So if I go to where I took these trades, let's actually go to the 1 minute time frame. And this was the level here, 14,336. Now this is frustrating because I went for this trade twice, and I somehow lost on it. I shorted up here twice and lost. And there's just no excuse. Maybe I'm not choosing a great spot for my stop loss. Maybe I'm entering too early. Because yeah, right here at 9:03 I went short after I saw rejection of this level and these bearish candles here really convinced me to go short with the stop kind of just above these wicks here. So I got stopped out very quickly. I probably should have waited for an actual retest of the zone, because that's what happened a few minutes later. We pierced through the zone, but we did not close above it on the 1 minute time frame. So this short looked like a much better entry to me. I entered on this bearish engulfing candle, which also broke this little uptrend here. Now my mistake was probably where I put my stop loss, because I put my stop loss just above the 30s, because I entered right at the 20s. Now, when I'm trading NASDAQ, I like to have about a 10-point stop. Anything above 10 points just ends up being too big of a loss. If I had my stop above the high of day here, that's like the 43s, and I think that loss just would have been too big. So you can see exactly what happened here. If I zoom in a little more, I got stopped out here, because yeah, immediately after that, it goes about 40 points in my favor. So yeah, that was especially frustrating, because this trade would have wiped out my other small losers. So yeah, I guess it's just frustrating that I was so close to having a nice green day. So close until I wasn't. Now I want to show you some screenshots from this week. I think I showed you guys this one on Tuesday. Bounced off to man. I entered off of the higher low, and then this one candle stops me out, and it goes up to my target. Now the next one, so this was a trade from yesterday. I took the rejection of VWAP and 4200 on ES. I went short here on this bearish candle. 2 minutes later, I get stopped out. It has a really nasty wick down, and then it goes down quite a few points from there. The reason I did not want to re-enter is because I knew that we had news in just a few minutes. And then, yeah, these were some small trades on the NASDAQ that, well, these two are break even. Went short here, stopped out break even here, went short again, got some points in my favor, and then it came back up, stopped me out at break even. And yeah, this is when I really started over trading yesterday. I tried to go short 2 more times on these 1 minute pullbacks and got stopped out twice in a row. Then after that, I missed the really nice break and retest of this key level. So anyway, now I just want to show you where I'm at with the Apex account. Down $57 on the day, and I had another red day yesterday, so we're now at $25,132. And if you don't know this challenge, you start at $25,000, not real money by the way. At one point I was at almost $25,600, so I've given back a lot of my profits. And yeah, it's a little bit discouraging that I've taken quite a few steps back, but you know, I'm still tracking my trades, I'm taking screenshots, I'm journaling, and I'm honestly spending a lot of time doing back testing, so I'm confident that this drawdown will not last very long, and I definitely think I can make back everything I lost plus more. So we'll see how these next few weeks go. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you are enjoying these futures trading videos. And if you have any advice for me as a trader, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I would love to read it and reply to you. But that's going to be it for today, so thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.